So I tried to reach out to Abhay and I apologized to him.
Yeah.
Because somebody told me he was upset about me speaking publicly about everything.
Right.
And all that. I apologized to him and he was upset and I was like, you want to yell at me, scream at me, do whatever, but just tell me you're okay. I apologized to him. And that's when I also realized that, everything need not be said. Everything need not be said. Then I realized he's still upset. So I'm like, if he's upset, I'll again apologize. I'll apologize 10 times. नहीं वो चक्कर नहीं इधर का प्रोसेस किसी को समझ में नहीं आता प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि not cracked it. One needs to spend time in it. In the sense, I don't need to crack it. I know the process. I understand the process. The thing is, it's not about that. I'm saying we have this desperate need to crack it. So, हम लोग 10-10 फिल्में एलिजिबिलिटी होती तो डाल देते हैं. हमारी अकेली कंट्री है उसकी लिस्ट में जहाँ से इतने सारे लोग सब भेज देते हैं अपनी फिल्म में. तो व्हाट हैपेंस है हम लोग मजाक बन जाते हैं. तो वैसा कुछ नहीं है. हम लोग यही नहीं समझ में आता कि when a film goes to festival what it is. लोग बोलते हैं जैसे हमारी फिल्म कान जाके आई. कहाँ गई? मैं तो हर साल की लिस्ट बता सकता हूँ. हमारी ऑफिशियली कौन सी इंडियन फिल्म सेलेक्ट हुई थी? लास्ट एक फिल्म थी, All That Breathes.
All That Breathes.
Right now they're discovering all the old Rajamouli movies.
Yeah.
But there's still the colonial mindset. तो हमारा कोहिनूर हमेशा लेके भागेंगे. There was a time when Indian films released worldwide. Like, you go to Russia, people sing songs from Disco Dancer.
Raj Kapoor was
Avara, Disco Dancer. Everybody this generation sings Jimmy, 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 Aja, Aja, Aja.
Yeah.
You go to Africa, you go to Arab countries. India has a very massive impact of mainstream. Somewhere within our mainstream, we stopped being original. I made a film about my daughter's generation because that's what I got to understand through her and through her friends.
Maverick, unfiltered and trailblazing are some of the adjectives used to describe him. Hello everyone, welcome to News 18 Showsha, and today we have with us Anurag Kashyap. Hi
Thank
sir.
you. Hi, thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Gearing up for release.
Yeah. So this is being touted, almost Pyaar With DJ Mohabbat, that's being touted as your ode to modern love.
I wouldn't say just modern love. It's the today's kids, yeah. Today's young people.
Did that also come from a place of, trying to perhaps strike with the young generation, stay relevant among them?
No, I don't think so. It came from a very different place.
Okay.
My daughter was dealing with a lot of anxiety.
Okay.
And generally when you start talking, she really, one day said, we really need to have a conversation. And she's been dealing with lots of issues and she's been keeping inside and keeps talking. And जब हम बड़े हो रहे थे, when we were growing up, and like our struggles are very different from theirs.
Right.
Like one said that like your father borrowed money to give you the best education, and after all that education, you suddenly one day decided you want to make movies, and your struggle was to explain to your father why movies, and don't look down on movies, and movies are also more than what you think they are, and you needed to go to Bombay and make a movie and work very hard. Because you're seeking validation because of the guilt that you had, that your father borrowed money to give education and you didn't give anything back.
Yeah.
According to her, her struggles are very different. She said, my father had the money to pay for my education. Right? Her struggle is to be herself. Her struggle is to explain, which she does in her YouTube videos, to why she dropped out of college. Her struggle is with her own anxiety. Her struggle is to explain that to me that I'm happy on YouTube. I'm happy doing what I'm doing.
Right.
I don't need to live my life to validate your expectations from me. And the film comes from there. The film is about the need for love in this world. The film is about how in today's day and age, with so much prejudice and everything, hate, prejudice, we need compassion, we need love. So this film is about that. It's about two stories, two love stories, almost like a love story. But love story doesn't mean that it's about boy and girl wanting to be together only. It's about two stories of two children, of two sets of children in different worlds, seeking what they seek. And we, as parents, who are insecure about losing control on them, intervene and actually end up destroying their lives for them, or not allow them to finish their journeys, or change the course of their journey. So literally we are the invisible villain in the film.
Yeah.
The film is about them and their lives and their aspirations and their dreams. They are not there to live our aspirations. So I'm saying this is their world.
Yeah.
We are living in their world. Like our parents were living in our world.
Yes.
But they exercise control over you.
That's right. That's true. Since you mentioned your daughter, would it be safe to say that she did share her share of inputs, while you were writing the story? To give you a glimpse of Gen Z.
No, not
love.
just a glimpse. It's like, see, I don't understand the concept of what is a millennial versus a Gen Z.
Okay.
Versus this and that, right?
Yeah.
For me, they're just young, my daughter's generation. I made a film about my daughter's generation because that's what I got to understand through her and through her friends. So I don't know what are the 11-year-olds like today. I know what's a 22-year-old is today, right? She sat down, she talked to me, she found my actor Karan for me.
Oh.
She's the one, she found Karan.
Okay.
And she found Karan in a short film and showed me the short film. That's how I met Karan. She's the one who's seen all the versions of the film, cuts of the film. She sat down with Amit and Shelly to give us words for songs like Gangor Connection.
Wow.
The words, that the lingo that they use and everything. So she has a lot of contribution to the film, yes.
Yeah. I was speaking to Alaya, I think this was in the last week of December last year. And she called you her rock. She said, the fact that you trusted me. I was a newcomer. I think she signed this film even before her debut
much
film.
Before, yeah.
What faith did you have, in a newcomer like her? What spark did you exactly
I'm
see?
saying, this film needs a lot from the actors.
Yeah.
I needed two very young actors who had specific requirements. One, they had to also look Pahadi, like mountain people. So which is why I also first time needed people who did not look like UP or Mumbai. Then they are playing two different stories. And in one story each, they're playing two different versions of themselves.
Yeah.
So literally they're playing 3 characters each.
Wow.
Both of them are playing 3 different characters each. So I needed very good actors with range. Karan, I picked him up from a short film and he knew things and things he didn't know. What he didn't know, he trained for 2.5 years. Alaya, what I saw is, like if nobody else had seen her, I would try to explain it. But people have seen now, Jawani Janeman. She won the Filmfare for Best Newcomer. People have seen Freddie. You know how good she is. So I don't need to explain. That's exactly what I saw. I saw an actor with such an immense range and such a fine actor.
Wow.
That's what I saw.
Yeah. And this was, before
Yeah, this
the
was
world
before she proved it to the world.
Yes, yes.
That what I saw was not unfound.
Yeah.
So it's not like I did something. I saw something in her which was there, and that's what I see in every other actor.
That's a filmmaker's vision. Yeah. Talking. Yeah. Sir, I was reading one of your interviews where, it was asked to you if this is Anurag Kashyap 3.0. And you said, I just know that this is a new me.
Because, I've found it's taken me a long time and a lot of 1.5 years of sickness to realize a lot of things.
Okay.
Because how I was very reactive and everything. I would say things. I would say things out of anger or out of a reaction of something that I felt perturbed by.
Okay.
And then it took me time to realize I'm shouting. I'm just shouting in a room full of people shouting.
So nobody's listening to you.
Nobody's listening. Yeah. Nobody's listening to each other. Not just to me. That's what social media has become. And I stepped back. I said, why am I reacting to it? What is bothering me? Let's work on that and let's find ways to say it that reaches people. Raju Hirani taught me one very important thing. He says, your films are good, but they have to reach people.
Yeah.
You have to reach people. So तुम जिनके लिए बना रहे हो, जिन तक पहुंचना चाह रहे हो, उन तक अगर नहीं पहुंचेगे तो point क्या है? So no, all those things change, and there's a lot that has happened. In the sense, yes, I have no filter. I know if somebody asks me a question, I'll say it. But it's also made me realize I don't need to say everything. Everything need not be said.
Yeah.
Right? For example, somebody was doing an article, that whole controversy of spat between me and Abhay.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing an article why a very good actor like Abhay is not there in movies. So I talked about my experience. Something that was there that happened 13 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't need to say it publicly.
Right.
And then there's the day that happened, that the incident happened, an unfortunate incident happened of SSR. That day I was felt so bad because 3 weeks prior to that, somebody was trying to reach out because he wanted to talk, and I was like, no, he ghosted me. I don't want to talk. So you get pangs of guilt. So I tried to reach out to Abhay and I apologized to him.
Yeah.
Because somebody told me he was upset about me speaking publicly about everything.
Right.
And all that. I apologized to him and he was upset, and I was like, you want to yell at me, scream at me, do whatever, but just tell me you're okay. I apologized to him. And that's when I also realized that, everything need not be said. Everything need not be said. Then I realized he's still upset. So I'm like, if he's upset, I'll again apologize. I'll apologize 10 times.
Yeah.
Because eventually, what is amazing thing is, such a brilliant actor is back. With Trial by Fire. He's so good.
Matters.
His performance is talking about it. Industry has him back. People evolve. He has evolved. I have changed.
Yeah.
So there are things that one needs to look into the eye and say that yes, some things I shouldn't have. And I did that, and it's there.
Sir, on a slightly different note, you have been, attending these film festivals for years now. I think almost Pyaar also went to the Marrakesh International Film Festival. Let's talk about the last 10 years where you have been attending. Do you see a change in the perception of the global audience viewing Indian films today, solely from the perspective of a film festival?
It depends how they look at what.
Okay.
See, any kind of an originality on what is original to them impacts them. Indian film is a film from India. Indian film is not inverted commas commodity that has to be a certain way. Right? So, they have liked films from India for a very long time. But they liked one kind of a film. First time it started, I'm saying, there was a time when Indian films released worldwide. Like, you go to Russia, people sing songs from Disco Dancer.
Raj Kapoor was so
Avara.
yeah.
Avara, Disco Dancer. Everybody this generation sings Jimmy, 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 Aja, Aja, Aja.
Yeah.
You go to Africa, you go to Arab countries. India has a very massive impact of mainstream. Somewhere within our mainstream, we stopped being original.
That's true.
Our mainstream started to become cheap copy of Hollywood action movies or something else or something. Whereas movies from down south are still grounded.
Yeah.
They still look like Indian films.
They're very rooted.
But they look like Indian films, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm saying a lot of Bombay Hindi mainstream does not look like Indian films. It's not even shot in India.
Yeah.
It's not about India. Which is where RRR surprises them and scores. RRR takes them but totally by surprise. Within the context of an Indian film. It does those very things at a much lower cost than them. What Marvel movies are doing.
Yeah.
With the storytelling, which is rooted, which is for them incredibly energetic song like Natu Natu. It's visually an incredible song. It's so hard to pull off. Like if I am as a filmmaker saying that, I'll just say, how many days will it take to shoot a song like that? And I will give up right there.
Yeah.
There's a director who pursues a sequence and takes as many days as it takes to shoot that one sequence. That takes a lot of vision, courage and nerves of steel.
That is true.
And that translates.
Yeah.
That translates. If the West had seen Iga before, he would have been celebrated much before.
Yes. Yeah. It's very interesting that you mentioned RRR because I just remembered something that James Cameron had said. He said that, I think he reached out to SS Rajamouli, sir. And
everybody
said that,
one has to speak.
Let's collaborate together.
Try to reach out to him.
Yeah. I mean, great. This was long due, right? But it's
No, but I'm saying he is the kind of filmmaker who will make a massive difference in there. He's like a perfect director for DC or Marvel.
Yeah. So what I was saying, sir, is the fact that now that this conversation has begun about these, let's say, Indian Western collaborations after looking at.
वो तो बहुत पहले से चल रहा है.
Yeah, but
ये collaboration नहीं होगा. They will steal him from us.
Yes.
They'll steal him from us.
Yeah.
It's not going to be collaboration. They'll steal him from us.
That's both good and bad. I mean, for us, if they steal him.
Yeah. It's both good and bad.
Yeah.
No, but अच्छा है. जो भी अच्छा वो सबको चुरा लेते हैं. हर कंट्री से चुराते हैं. इंडिया से तो नहीं चुराते.
Yeah.
उन्होंने कोरिया से भी चुरा लिया उसको बोंग जूनो को. पाकिस्तान बुक को भी चुरा लिया उन्होंने. जापान से भी चुरा लिया. जहाँ पे भी कोई फिल्म मेकर फोड़ता है उसको चुरा लेते हैं. कोलैबोरेशन नहीं करते हैं वो.
No, I get it what you're saying. That's absolutely right. Yeah. No, but do you think that's going to shift their focus to now, into the Indian market and see कि अच्छा क्या films बन रही है because of the precedent?
They will
that RRR
definitely
has
see.
set.
I'm seeing right now they're discovering all the old Rajamouli movies.
Yeah.
But there's still the colonial mindset. तो हमारा कोहिनूर हमेशा लेके भागेंगे. वो है वो उसका कुछ नहीं करता. But हाँ, definitely it benefits Indian films, which is seen in a newer light. It's good because it's a massive success.
When our film RRR went to these global platforms, do you feel there's a lot of internal conflict within India कि कौन सी फिल्म को भेजना है कौन सा नहीं? Because
नहीं वो चक्कर नहीं. इधर का प्रोसेस किसी को समझ में नहीं आता. प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि
cracked it?
Not cracked it. One needs to spend time in it. In the sense, I don't need to crack it. I know the process. I understand the process. Yeah. The thing is, it's not about that. I'm saying we have this desperate need to crack it. So हम लोग 10-10 फिल्में एलिजिबिलिटी होती तो डाल देते हैं. हमारी अकेली कंट्री है उसकी लिस्ट में जहाँ से इतने सारे लोग सब भेज देते हैं अपनी फिल्में. तो व्हाट हैपेंस है हम लोग मजाक बन जाते हैं. तो वैसा कुछ नहीं है. हम लोग यही नहीं समझ में आता कि व्हेन अ फिल्म गोज टू फेस्टिवल व्हाट इट इज. लोग बोलते हैं जैसे हमारी फिल्म कान जाके आई. कहाँ गई? मैं तो हर साल की लिस्ट बता सकता हूँ. हमारी ऑफिशियली कौन सी इंडियन फिल्म सेलेक्ट हुई थी? लास्ट एक फिल्म थी, ऑल दैट ब्रीथ्स. तो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से दैट पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट रियली इज. मार्केट में जाके कोई भी फिल्म दिखाता है. यू हैव टू पे फॉर इट एंड यू विल गेट अ स्क्रीनिंग इफ यू बुक इन एडवांस. बट दैट्स अ मार्केट स्क्रीनिंग फॉर मार्केट पीपल. दैट्स नॉट अ ऑफिशियल स्क्रीनिंग. दैट डजंट डू एनीथिंग. तो उसके ऊपर रिसर्च किसको करनी चाहिए? जी फिल्म मेकर तो जाएगा दिखाने क्योंकि उसको अपनी फिल्म बेचनी है. ऑडियंस कंज्यूम क्या करती है? न्यूज़. जो आप लोग लिखते हो वो कंज्यूम करते हो. तो रिसर्च किसको ज़रूरत है? आपको ज़रूरत है. रिसर्च करना उनको ज़रूरत है जो ये सब चीज़ें बिना रिसर्च के वो ट्वीट रिपीट कर देते हैं या सेल्फ रिलीज इन्फॉर्मेशन को न्यूज़ बना देते हैं. आई एम सेइंग कोई भी इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑफिशियली फेस्टिवल के साइट पे मिलती है नहीं मिलती है. ये सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन मीडिया कहाँ से पिकअप करती है? वो आदमी जो इन्फॉर्मेशन खुद के बारे में स्वयं डाल रहा है
जी.
और मीडिया उसी को पिकअप करके छाप देती है. बट उस पर कोई होमवर्क नहीं करता, उस पर कोई रिसर्च नहीं करता. तो गलती फिल्म मेकर की नहीं. बिकॉज फिल्म मेकर को तो लगता है यही प्रोसेस है. कोई फिल्म मेकर इस इंटेंशन से नहीं डालता. उसको जब वो सबमिट करता है और एलिजिबल होता है तो उसको लेटर आता है कि हाँ आपकी फिल्म एलिजिबल है, ये कैटेगरीज में एलिजिबल है. तो जिस जिस कैटेगरीज में एलिजिबल होती है उस कैटेगरी से उसको लेटर आ जाता है. तो उसको लगता है उसकी फिल्म शॉर्टलिस्ट हो गई. शॉर्टलिस्ट तो कुछ ही कैटेगरीज की शॉर्टलिस्ट आती है. शॉर्टलिस्ट नहीं बनती हर कैटेगरी में. एलिजिबल तो 300 से ज़्यादा फिल्म है. तो फिल्म मेकर को लगता है ये प्रोसेस है. उसका लेटर आया ऑफिशियल अकेडमी से. तो फिल्म मेकर की गलती नहीं जब वो छापता है. गलती मीडिया की है जो बिना रिसर्च किए उसको न्यूज़ बनाती है. क्योंकि रिसर्च करना उसका काम नहीं, रिसर्च करना मीडिया का काम है. जो जर्नलिज्म का पहला रूल है कि आप पता करो सच क्या है और सच को झूठ को अलग अलग करो. मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन को हटाओ.
It's dangerous. No, I agree.
Yeah. It's not just dangerous. It sells false precedents. Then हर किसी को लगता है कुछ हो गया. बहुत लोग फिर वो करते हैं और वो गलत फहमी बढ़ती जाती है. उसमें नुकसान सभी का होता है.
Yeah, that's true. While I would love to continue the conversation, we are short on time, sir, unfortunately. But before we let you go, well, all the best for Almost Pyaar.
Thank you so much.
What's happening with the film you're doing with Kriti Sanon? Anything that you can share with us?
The information will be shared soon.
Okay.
Right now we haven't started shooting.
All right. Well, looking forward to that and much more that you have to offer. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hi, this is Anurag Kashyap and you're watching me on News 18 Showsha.